students, welcome back to our e-learning classes conducted by Modern Educational Group. I am Nilambur Kormokari, your SSC teacher. Today, I am going to discuss the next part of the chapter of the creation of an empire, the Mughal dynasty. So, now start the lesson. Mughal traditions of succession. The Mughals did not believe in the rule of primogeniture. What is the meaning of the word primogeniture? Students, primogeniture means the eldest son inherited his father's estate. After the death of his father, the eldest son became the ruler. That is called primogeniture system. Instead, they followed the Mughal and Timurid custom of coparcenary inheritance. Coparcenary inheritance means a division of the inheritance among all the sons. Evidence and records also show the rebellion by the Mughal princes for the throne. Mughal relation with other rulers. The Mughal rulers campaigned constantly against rulers who refused to accept their authority. It means the Mughal rulers attacked to the other rulers who refused to accept the authority of Mughal. But as the Mughals became powerful, many other rulers also joined them voluntarily. The Rajputs are good example of this. Rajput was the good example as they joined with the Mughal with their wish. Many of them married their daughters into Mughal families and received high position. The mother of Jahangir, that is the example. The mother of Jahangir was a Kachwa princess, daughter of Rajput ruler of Amber. And Amber, the modern day is Jaipur. The mother of Shah Jahan was a Rathore princess, daughter of Rajput ruler of Marwar. So, some rulers accept the supremacy of Mughal by the war, and some ruler accept the supremacy of Mughal by voluntarily. It means as their wish. But not all agreed for this. Some resisted as well. It means all the Rajput ruler did not accept the supremacy of Mughal. Some resisted as well, such as the Sisodiya Rajputs refused to accept Mughal authority for a long time. Once defeated, however, they were treated honorably by the Mughals, given their land back as their assignments, Watan Jaigir. The careful balance between defeating but not humiliating. Defeating, if Mughal defeated to the rulers and there have no any such type of the behavior of humiliating their opponents, enabled the Mughals to extend their influence. In this way, Mughal extend their influence over many kings and chieftains. But it was difficult to keep the balance at that time. But such type of the relations and behavior was not perfect for that time. Aurangzeb insulted Shivaji when he came to accept the Mughal authority. You know, Shivaji was the ruler of Maratha, Aurangzeb insulted him when he came to accept the Mughal authority. Mansabdars and Jagirdars. As the empire expanded to encompass different regions, the Mughals required diverse bodies of people. When the Mughal Empire ex- expanded to encompass different regions, from a nucleus of Turkish nobles, they expanded to include Iranians, Indian Muslims, Afghans, Rajputs, Marathas, and other groups. Those who joined Mughal service were enrolled as Mansabdars. The term Mansabdar refers to an individual who holds a Mansab. Mansab meaning a position or rank. It was a grading system used by the Mughals to fix rank, salary, military responsibilities. It means their rank was different, salary was different, and responsibilities was also different. According to Akbar, Jagirs were carefully assessed so that their revenue were more or less equal to the salary of Mansabdars. Aurangzeb was unable to control the Mansabdars. Aurangzeb was not able to manage Mansabdars and Jagirdar properly. As a result, farmers suffered terribly. Jabd and Jamindars. The main source of income available to Mughal rulers was tax on the produce of the peasantry. Todormal. Todormal, revenue minister of Akbar, carried survey on crop yields, prices and areas cultivated for a 10 years period, 1570 to 1580 AD. On the basis of this data, tax was fixed on each crop in case. Each province was divided into revenue circles with its own schedule of revenue rates for individual crops. This revenue system was known as Jabd. In most places, peasants paid taxes through the rural elites, that is, the headman or the local chieftain. The Mughals used one term, Jamindars, to describe all intermediaries, whether they were local headmen of villages or powerful chieftains. Thank you, dear students. I will discuss the next part of this chapter from my next video. Okay, have a nice day.